With Halloween approaching, no doubt you'll be looking for costumes and maybe even some contact lenses to really make those costumes over the top and pop. Before you do, though, you need to listen up. There are some things that you want to consider before you allow your kids to use them and yourself. Joining me now is Dr. Allison Jensen of GBMC with more on that. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So these contact lenses, these decorative contact lenses, you say they might be a bad idea. Why is that?
So contact lenses that aren't fit appropriately by an eye doctor can cause very significant eye problems, most importantly an infection that can lead to permanent vision loss and blindness.
Yikes. So people that are putting in these crazy colored contacts or trying to look like cats, or one year I went as Storm from X-Men and put in the white contacts, that was actually not a good move on my part.
Yeah, they're really pretty dangerous. I brought a model here of the eye.
Okay.
The contact lens covers the cornea, which is a completely clear surface.
Okay.
If that contact lens is too tight or ill-fitting, it can cause a scratch on the cornea, which then puts it at very high risk for a bacterial infection, which really can cause a lot of damage and scarring to the eye.
Wow.
It's that scarring that can last forever and cause blindness, and in a really serious condition actually cause you to lose the eye.
That's what I was going to ask you. So those long-term effects just from that one night could be a lifetime's worth of issues.
Correct. And the problem is, in this day and age, you can get contacts from any number of places, you know, online, stores, festivals, and they have no regulations by the FDA.
So sometimes you could be buying online and it could be from a different country or even stateside and still not have the regulations.
Absolutely. And there's no regulation with the chemicals that the contacts are stored in. That chemical itself could damage the eye.
Yikes.
There's no way to know if the fit is proper on the cornea, which is what you get when you go to an eye doctor and have a contact lens fitting.
So when we're going into all these stores and we're seeing them, how is that even really possible?
Right, so there are actually some, I should say, legal contacts that you can get that actually have been approved by the FDA. And so you can get them online from many of the same sources that you get your regular contacts. You just need a prescription, and to get a prescription you need to see an eye doctor, either an ophthalmologist or an optometrist, who goes through the proper fitting techniques so that that contact will be safe on your cornea.
I think a lot of people just do it because it's cheap. They get it online and it's whatever, the $15, but to go through the actual process is a little more money, but you're saving your vision.
Right, exactly. And especially when you think about young people being spontaneous, they might not have the parents knowing what they're doing. You know, in this day and age, they have access to a lot of these things just online or, you know, walking down to the store. So parents really need to be, you know, on the lookout for their young adults who just want to add something to their costume that could really be life-altering.
So if I have a young one or a teenager that says, you know, Mom, I really, really want to get these contact lenses, we need to make an appointment right away with an eye doctor, or can you go in somewhere else and...
Well, they can go into, you know, any place that has an ophthalmologist or an optometrist and get a fitting. It does take a little bit of time to just be taught how to put them in and take them out.
Right.
But most importantly, they'll be giving them access to a safe contact lens that will fit the eye and therefore not damage the eye.
Wow. Important information. I think a lot of times we don't think about that. Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Jensen. I appreciate that. And we will be right back with more Midday Maryland coming up.